Alright guys, you've bullied me into this, and I just am going to answer this question for what's probably the 50th time. You know, so we're going to talk about what do you wear underneath your singlet. Right now I am wearing absolutely nothing. For the longest time, most wrestlers did wear pretty much absolutely nothing under the singlets. That's pretty normal, except that, you know, sometimes you can have embarrassing moisture spots or things like that that, you know, you may not want other people to see, but if you are wrestling and you're sweating and all that, that's all going to be obscured anyways. But there are other garments that people can wear. Obviously, you know, people might continue to wear their regular underwear, which you will see, you know, showing through lines and whatnot underneath your singlet, and there you know, you could wear a jock, but that's usually going to be heavily textured. That's going to show up through the spandex, and you can see, like when you're watching other wrestlers wrestling in singlets, that's very obviously not what they're wearing. So Matman and Cliff Keen both make wrestling briefs. These are have this nice little absorbent liner that's in there that's going to prevent you know, any of those moisture spots coming out there. I am not a huge fan of the idea of restricting your genitals too much when you're wrestling, because if you've ever done CBT or anything like that, that's cock and ball torture and things like that. If you slap your balls and they are loose and they can fly around, you're going to absorb less of that shock because the testicles have somewhere to go, and you're going to have less pain from that. Versus if you have something that's like really, really tight and restrictive, like a dance belt, like what a dancer would wear, it's going to be like heavy cotton, it's going to be very stiff, it's going to hold everything very, very tight there. Same thing with like a tight Speedo or something like that. These actually tend to allow things to move somewhat, and so things can get out of the way, and so you have less of a chance of things getting crushed and injured and ruptured if you have at least some degree of movement that is happening in your nether regions. So I hope that this clears things up and helps you guys out. Another question that came up was, do I own Matman's singlets? Guys, I have done several videos already on gear, what you wear under your singlet, things like that. Please go ahead and search for those things. You're going to find all the information that you want in those other videos. I'm not going to do a huge deep dive into that right now, but yes, I do own Matman, several Matman singlets, both their sublimated as well as their double knit nylons or the reversibles or their classic singlets and things like that. You didn't really go further into it, whether beyond, you know, what was the purpose of asking me if I have Matman, so I don't actually know where to go with, you know, to further answer your question. I just state, yes, I do own Matman singlets, and I think that they are a high quality, well made singlet. So here you guys go. You know, I would love to answer all your questions as much as possible and be as helpful as possible, but I do ask that you know, try to be a little more technique based. You know, this kind of always asking me about my undergarments every single time I make a video does get tedious after a while, and I get a lot of these questions in my email, and I have answered them a lot, and it's one of those things that's kind of becoming a bit of a frustration for me. So please be a little bit more considerate in the future. Look for the answers. They are already on the channel, and I'll do my best to help support you guys, especially in the areas that are, you know, I'm actually passionate about, rather than answering the same question over and over again about my underwear. You know, yeah, I don't really feel like that's particularly respectful. So I hope this helps. Thank you very much. You guys have a good one.